everybody. I'm Bob Michaels. We are in historic Painted Post, New York, and behind me, as you see, that sign marking the 30th anniversary of the Wiffle Ball tournament at Bobo Ruoc Memorial Field. And we also know this as Wiffle Ball City, USA, where a lot of baseball, or in this case, wiffle ball, will be initiated and completed here in Painted Post. And a special treat this year, fans. On the keyboards, we honor America with Vanessa Turner.
Hello, fans, and welcome to another edition of Big Fox's coverage of the Wiffle Ball Tournament here in Painted Post, New York, the 30th annual event staged by the Ruoc family. And with me right now, back for, I guess, for our next go-around is Dave Jenks, a long-time, shall we say, veteran of this tournament. And Dave, 30 years goes by really quickly, especially for us older fellas, or especially for you, veteran player. Some thoughts on this event and how it's evolved?
Well, from what's grown from 8 teams in a backyard is now this year up to 20 teams. We started play on Thursday night. The additions of lighting in the backfield is obviously contributed to some late games. But with the schedule starting on Thursday and Friday, we're going to probably be able to knock this tournament out in about 3 or 4 hours and, beat the dark. But we do have the lighting if we need it.
Well, we got 3-on-3 wiffle ball activity here right now. We have the McKay group and Jonas McKagan. We've been watching these youngsters come up through this afternoon with the more veteran stable guy in Mike McKay. And this is a group that has really been blasting home runs in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back 2 or 3 years ago, Jonas, the younger brother of Caleb, and we've seen what Caleb's been able to achieve with playing with Nathan Ruoc, and Jonas comes out of that same mold along with Devin Dobson. It's a good young team. They're competing late here in the tournament. We're at game number 34 out of possibly 40 games, so it's one of the deeper runs that Dobson and McKegg have made. Mike McKegg, he doesn't seem to be batting, though. He seems just to be the hurler for today, letting the 2 younger stars take her up the ball as that ball comes into the play booth.
Your reaction time was a little bit less than stellar.
Yeah, it was a short-lived tournament again today for me, Bob, but I was glad to join you here in the box for the coverage of this tournament.
All right, for the benefit of those who are not accustomed to the wiffle ball ins and outs, so to speak, and it's interesting, I'm looking down the right field line. That's in our far side, and I see 75 on the board, 74 over on the left side, and in deep center field, the number 68. The significance of all those trio of numbers?
That's just how the people that surveyed it, the lot back in the early 1800s, laid it out, and that's what we have to follow by.
And we had no wiffle ball back in those days.
Nope. So I think the dimensions of the yard were taken into consideration, and not the thought that maybe 100 years later there'd be a growing audience of people to come to this backyard every year for a wiffle ball tournament.
I'm interested too. When we've played organized ball, whether it's been baseball or we played softball, certainly this is a far cry from probably not even close as far as those two animals are concerned.
No. I mean, the majority of people that you see playing here are the kids that you've broadcast over the last 30 years of high school sports. You know, Derek Camille and his brother John, along with Danny Perillo, as you just see, make an outstanding catch.
Well, Dan Perella was an outstanding athlete, played baseball. I know he played football at Corning East and had some stellar years. And then we have some of the older guard that we'll be seeing in a short period of time, like Ron Abbey, who was an outstanding football player, wearing the maroon and white of Corning East. But you've got a mixture of players, as you suggested, from the Corning School District and others who have traveled near and far. But for the most part, the alumni made up of young men who've come up through the ranks here in this area.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those younger players that you've mentioned are guys that played the sports, knew about the wiffle ball tournament, and obviously when some openings came up, you know, they finally were able to get their foot in the door and, you know, become a part of the wiffle ball family, which we really look and, you know, appreciate everybody coming out each year. And, you know, these guys are a very important part of what we've done here over the last 30 years, and that is what has made this to what it is today. I mean, you're talking easily 200 people here today, Bob.
I, Thomas M. Tamero, supervisor of the town of Irwin, do hereby designate Friday, June 13th and Saturday, June 14th, 1984 as Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament Days, and urge the citizens of the said village to join together in the celebration of the said days, that I further designate the second Saturday of each June as Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament in the village of Painted Post. Thank you.
How about the adjustment to this game itself? I mean, when you think about guys who get ready and they go through their training paces and doing the cross-training and all of that style, and maybe a lot of that doesn't happen, but how about that attempted grab by Perillo, who did it first behind the plate, now he's trying to do it in deep center field.
Yeah, one of the few people that is 40 that playing like he's 25 out there.
Yeah, but I'll bet he feels it the next day.
Oh yeah, many of us do, Bob. Sunday's a day of rest, and many of us are healing the wounds that we gather here in the backyard. So I'm sure Danny on his trip home to Detroit tomorrow will be you know, wishing he had an ice pack on the arm, and, you know, I'm sure he's going to be going home with a lot of bumps and bruises on the arms as well.
Chatting with some of the organizers, and it's impressive, fans, for those of you who are maybe tuning in for the first time and seeing the Wiffle Ball tournament in Wiffle Ball City, USA, Painted Post, New York. You have people who have traveled from great distances like Australia, from Hawaii, and of course they're transplanted, but nonetheless they make the trek. And I can remember about 2 years ago when you and I were both working here, had a chance to talk to a Painted Post native, Jamie Ayers, and both he and his wife traveled from down south. And Jamie, who was an outstanding multiple sports star at Corning West, I had indicated that, well, you come back with a drawl from North Carolina and all that, but you know, it has its effects, but it certainly didn't impact his style of play, which was still pretty much right on.
No, and again, a lot of these people, this is their one day out of the year to put their regular lives behind them, gather with the people that they love and the community that they've supported over the years to, you know, try to put together those high school skills together to, you know, partake in this. But again, it's not so much about the winning and losing here. It's the gathering of the friends that we've made over the last 30 years and the, you know, the people that we look forward to seeing every year. And, you know, if you win the tournament, that's great. It's all for a good cause. And, you know, we're just out here to try to have a good time this week. We started playing this year on Thursday night to try to fit a few more of the teams in. We've gone from a field of 16 to a field of 20, and obviously in a short period of time you've got to try to fit in those extra teams and extra games. So we could be playing as many as 40 games today. And again, we started Thursday night around 7. Got about 7 games in, same with Friday night, and you know, today we started at 8 o'clock after the opening ceremonies.
And the addition of lights, and we'll talk about that as we get deep into the game. Right now, the nuts and bolts of this contest, finding the McCaig crew facing off against Perillo and Jamil. And this gentleman on the mound, Dave, is a righty.
That's John Hamill, former East High baseball star.
Right.
Jonas McKegg's up. He had homered back in the first inning to give the McKegg-Dobson team a 1-0 lead. But with the experience and championships that the Hamill Perillos have put on the back of that shirt over the years, I'm sure that we haven't heard the last of their bats today.
These have been closely contested games throughout, especially here on this Saturday of tournament week. And long balls have sailed over the fence. Those are home runs if you are able to hit the fence and they're unable to field it.
There's a drive.
And that is high, it is deep, and it is gone.
Devin Dobson with another shot.
You know, I've been impressed. I mean, you're looking at guys who probably would push themselves away from the training table after a slice of bread, compared to a solidly built guys like Derek Camille and Dan Perillo, who look like they like steak.
Yes.
And these boys are really blasting the ball. I'm talking about the McKay crew.
Well, again, we go back a few years ago. They seemed like they put on an extra 20 pounds and about 4 inches in height. And, you know, they come from a family of athletes. So, you know, looking down the road, we thought that these guys would be a top contender. And we added a Calcutta this year to the tournament, Bob, and to try to help out the people that we're trying to reach out to this year. And, you know, I think the McKegg-Dobson team went for well over $150. So.
Right. Well, the write-up on this group here, they were 4th last season, and they're referred to as the hard-hitting duel of Jonas and Devin, and tough ace on the mound with Mike. And the big question that needs to be answered, it begs to be answered, will this be Mike's year while also being inducted into the Hall?
Yeah, that was a big to-do this morning when we had the inductions, and, you know, Mike's 5-year veteran, started out playing with Chrissy Ruoc. You know, I believe it was 5-6 years ago when they Mike has finished 3rd in this tournament, but in the last couple of years he's removed himself from the batting order to let the young sluggers settle in as the 2000 version of the Bash brothers.
Okay, so we're looking at the lean and mean McKay crew against this hard-hitting, solidly built group of players right here, as Perella jumps into this one. And they're going to rule that as a double, as it's like Jonas is unable to field that one.
Yeah, he was started out in fair territory, and by the time the ball came down and he bobbled it, he was in the front of the line, so it will be ruled a double.
Look out, crisscrossing action, great defensive play. And many times when you see these youngsters and oldsters reach up and make an outstanding play, you hear the chant, "Star," come up. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, yeah, maybe about 25 years ago, Bob. No, we hand that out, and that's tallied up at the end of the day. So when we get ready to announce our all-Ruoc team, the stars, the homers, the clutch hits, that all comes into consideration when Chris will announce that all-Ruoc team.
I want to thank a few people for their participation and sponsorship of our coverage here on Big Fox TV. They include Beartown Peaches and Cream on the Beartown Road in Painted Post. Also, Bouillet Electric on East 5th Street in Elmira. News Talk, WENY AM, home of Frankly Speaking. And, of course, Beartown Beverage. Those are some of the kind folks who step up to the plate financially. And of course, on the financial side of things, fundraising, helping out those in need, and certainly our heart goes out to all of those who are on the receiving end because they're richly deserved as far as the finances.
That's something that we've really set as our goal these last couple of years. It's about helping those that may be going through some tough times, that are a part of the Painted Post community or a part of the families that take part in this this game that we've put together in the Ruoc's backyard. It's grown to what we've seen today.
Bob Michaels, Dave Jenks here in Painted Post, New York. People tuning in. What are those two men? What is this game they're talking about? Wiffle ball, USA, and there are official rules. Some find that hard to believe. Was it much of a learning curve for you to figure it out?
It started out with a two-man team, which in the last 4 years we've added the option of a third member of the field, and maybe that's because the majority of the teams were older and that one person couldn't cover all that acreage out there. We try to keep the speed of the ball down because it is a hitter's game. We've limited it to a 5-inning game to try to fit it into a half hour. There are the occasional extra inning games that we play one extra inning. If nobody has come out at the clear-cut winner after 5 innings, then it'll go to hits. And unfortunately, sometimes it's come down to a coin flip. But, a lot of these people got to get back to their regular lives by Sunday.
Oh, what a grab! Derek Emile with a diving catch, fans, right in front of the Dad's Foundation sign.
The dedication is second to none. I don't know if I could do what my dear friends do. They come as far as Michigan, North Carolina, Hawaii, Australia, deep into Maryland. They travel for hours to come here. It's almost like a class reunion of sorts, but it's bigger. It's just people look forward to it year after year, and I don't know if myself I could commit to that level to go on the road like they do. So we must be doing something special enough here to make people want to come back.
If you've ever been here to the Wiffle Ball Tournament, one of the specialties, one of the highlights of this event is the blessing of the field with the high priest.
The profane would say that the wiffle is what makes the ball curve. While this is true on one level, the more sublime purpose of the wiffles are to remind us of that emptiness found throughout the universe. It is the frustrating emptiness a wiffler feels after being eliminated from the tournament.
Years back, Rich Vang, to add a little bit to the wiffle ball and to add more to family and friends, he created a position called the High Priest of Wiffle Ball. Really what it was all about was just making sure to bring the family and friends together, do a blessing, have some fun at the end of the tournament. Years later, when he decided it was time for him to move on, he created another position that he was calling the new High Priest that he asked me to take on, and I did gladly after seeing all the fun he was having with it. Rich will move on to the position called High Priest Emeritus. He will always be there for counsel, for advice, to give us input on how we're doing.
Do you accept this position and pledge to assist the Senior High Priest in his duties, work together with him in brotherhood and harmony, and assume the role of High Priest in his absence?
Yes. In the 10th anniversary, they gave me the title. I became the High Priest of Wiffle Ball. And I had to sort of design this position and create its functions and its duties, and it evolved over the years. And then we brought in Patrick Gonta and to fill in when I couldn't be there, and then when Pat couldn't be there, I filled in, and eventually I sort of retired and became High Priest Emeritus. And that wasn't good enough. They brought me back again. Pat couldn't make something, so I came back and became High Priest Emeritus. But this past tournament, this 30th anniversary, I passed the torch on to and invested a new High Priest, Michael Clark.
The field of green connects all things. The yellow sun shines upon it and makes it green and provides us a place to play.
Mike Clark now has become the new High Priest that we will be calling the High Priest Primus, and I would be the High Priest Secundus. I might have that backwards, I'm not quite sure. So one of us is the High Priest Secundus, one of us is High Priest Primus, and each year we'll just sort of do what we're comfortable doing. This year, as the High Priest, we did do a blessing this morning. It was a wonderful opening ceremony.
It's actually very funny this year because in the tournament, we played Pat Gonta the first game. So we had High Priest, and then we got to play Rich's team, High Priest against High Priest, and now we're all gone. And we're just waiting around for the final ceremonies.
Well, Mike Clark, Rich Vang, we thank you for stopping by and sharing this insight into Wiffle Ball Kingdom.
Right in front of the Dad's Foundation sign. And that's another item that we'll talk about, another one of the fundraisers ongoing, founded by the Price brothers, Kevin and Rick, and who am I missing?
Well, it's actually the entire Price family.
Okay.
I mean, both Kevin and Rick were outstanding athletes in the Corning West athletic programs. His sister Michelle, his sister Robin, their mother Donna Mae. They're neighbors of the Ruocos. They grew up here, and obviously it was Rick and Pete Ruocco that actually started the wiffle ball game in this yard, and it has grown to, again, where we are today.
Reaching out, and Perillo makes a grab, tried to save it, flip it back, and save it out. Gotta admire those guys, I'll tell you what. I'd be laid up for 6 weeks, sir.
Yeah, there's no giving up from Jamil and Perillo. You're seeing what they can do at 40, what they did at 22 when they waltzed in here. Yeah, fresh out of high school then.
Indeed. So getting ready, that'll be tagged high, and it's going to drop down and out of play. But that's an out. It's not 1, 2, 3 and you're out. It's a shortened version. So was this implemented right from the get-go, or is this something that's been modified over the years, Dave?
I think just about every year, Bob, we meet and try to go over the rules that we've had from previous years and say, hey, what can we do to, keep the game into that half-hour time frame, but make the game better and obviously fair to both teams. Again, it's in a smaller field than what you would see as a baseball park. It's in somebody's backyard. We've already discussed the dimensions. It's still 3 outs. We go with the 3-2 count. 4 balls is a walk. 1 called strike is an out. And again, after each year, we try to improve on that just to make the game better. And what we started out in 1983 is, been modified to what we play here in 2013.
All right, so John Jamil ready with a pitch. They put us here. This is interesting now. In past seasons, we have had the good fortune as we watch a home run launched out of here, making this game even closer. We've had the luxury of being on the porch as it is and looking through the screen, but I like the openness here. The only thing is that's going to be a high fly ball that could be, it is gone.
And that will be home run number 6 for Devin Dobson. From what we've seen in the past, Bob, it always seems to be that these teams that get hot and late in the afternoon are the ones that seem to jump towards the end of the tournament or in that championship game. And I think we're seeing that from Dobson and McCagg. It's really kind of a difficult situation for John Jamil because it seems like anything he's serving up there is being hit hard to the outfield.
Well, changing the guard at the hierarchy with the priest emeritus, Rich Vang, handing the torch over to Patrick Ganta and Mike Clark.
Yes, I believe Rich was probably, it had to have been the early 2000s when he started out as the high priest, and we moved on with other positions changing hands, and Rich just thought it was time to hand it over to someone else. Still a big part of the tournament, though.
Jamil ready to deliver that next pitch. We actually have bona fide umpires, and they're right on task. And a nice rotation of groups here, too. So as you watch some of the, shall we say, some of the motions, some guys with that straight overhand delivery. Jamil's got somewhat of a sidewinder delivery.
Well, I think John's pitched every time that the Jamil Perillo team's taken the field. I don't think we've ever seen Danny on the mound. And so John's the veteran out there. He knows what he's got to do, but it just, at this time right now, it seems like McCagg and Dobson are hitting anything he throws in there.
And certainly to be challenged at this point. We have some other games coming up here very shortly that we want to talk about here. Excuse me, as we have a side change.
Yeah, I believe what we're going to have up next, Bob, is the final game of the winner's bracket, which will, once again, we got the usual suspects of Turner and Hayes against the Abby Rarick and newly acquired Sean Amy.
I mean, young Mr. Amy played his ball for the Corning Hawks. An outstanding second baseman. Had the good fortune of calling many Hawks games this past season on that high school level. So my interest in that aspect is to see how the the newly anointed players will make the adjustment to this game.
Well, another big feat. There's a shot by John
Yeah.
to help his own cause.
Somebody was commenting, Dave, and you've watched the growth of the trees that are just beyond the outfield fence. Over the years, they've trimmed them, and we've seen the trees eat many of those wiffle balls. In fact, earlier today, one was launched, and I see it up there in the so-called crack section of one of those stately tall trees. It'll take a while to bring that down, but
another thing we should know here, Bob, with 20 teams this year, we got a record number of rookie players. We're sitting at 12 this year, where in the past, you know, we may have had 1 or 2, so it's going to be a very competitive race for the Rookie of the Year here this year, with 12 contestants partaking in the tournament.
well, we come out with Big Fox TV and our crew on camera, Megan and Josh, and of course our switcher and overall producer, Bill Christian, doing an outstanding job, and we always look forward to, after all the post-production of the tournament, to see how this whole thing comes together, and I'll leave it to those folks. They are wizards when it comes to that post-production activity.
They're doing a great job, and everybody appreciates what Big Fox does to make wiffle ball part of the community to be broadcast, and you know, everybody here is really looking forward to seeing the champion here in 2013.
Now, Ruoc's Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament here in scenic Painted Post. Mike McKeag was chatting with me earlier on this last day of the tournament. And he said about 8-9 years ago he was walking by the house here, and he thought it was just one big rowdy family having one big rowdy picnic. And in reality, it was the tournament ongoing. And it's interesting, as we return and as I return, not having witnessed every single year like you have, Dave Jenks, and participated, but a number of faces that remain the same, and of course you see some new faces that are added to the crowd.
Yeah, again, everybody just loves being a part of this, and if you can get your foot in the door and be a part of the tournament, you know, we walk into it with open arms into our family. And you know, Mike started, like you were saying, 8 or 9 years ago, and you know, he's a guy that we see every year in here, and obviously he's pitching well enough today to take his team deep into the tournament.
Well, we're getting close in this one, although we've had a home run launched by the boys from Emil and Perillo and company. Well, now the fans are starting to get into it, and at times we have what they call rally points, and just to urge them on, Dan Perillo stepping up, looking to launch that long ball. With all our chatting and everything like that, that's a high fly ball. It's doable. It's out. So side retired, and game over.
Well, it's kind of an upset here, Mike. Looks like the Dobson and McKeag team's going to move on. Kind of a small setback from Emil and Perillo, but I'm sure we're going to hear from them later in the tournament. But I would consider that a minor upset.
And more action coming up right after this timeout.
This is a donation.
Well, it actually started back in '83. We had like a senior skip out day. And so instead of going on the senior trip, we played some wiffle ball. And the guy said, boy, it would be really great if we did this every year.
And we're ready to get the last game in the winner's bracket underway here at the Ruoc Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament. Dave Jenks, a seasoned veteran of the tournament, and I'm glad that you kind of bowed out a little bit early today, Dave, in the tournament. That gives us more opportunity to work with you and talk about this game here. Let's talk about the defense right now. We've got Ron Abbey as one of the leaders for this squad, Mike Rarick on the mound, and the third member of their group,
that'll be Sean Amy.
Mike Rarick will start it off with his crew. comprised of Ron Abbey and Sean Amy.
And it'll be Andy Hayes leading off for the Hayes-Turner team.
I was kidding Andy earlier today about the number of home runs that he has generated in this day already.
Yeah, it seems like every year he contributes later in life to hit more. I'm sure some people are questioning why old age don't seem to catch up with him. Bobby Turner as well today has hit his usual number of home runs.
Let's talk about pitching style. We've seen a variety. John Hamill a short time ago liked that overhand, but then he'd come with that sidearm, almost an underhand delivery. Ruoc looks
Mike more of an over-the-top pitcher. I think he throws your typical wiffle ball slider that'll go away from the batter. Sometimes he'll come in with just a knuckleball. Occasionally he'll mix that in. Majority of these pitchers come up with 4 or 5 pitches that you work on over the years. There's a drive by Turner.
What a grab by Amy. Showing his dexterity out there. Be honest now, do you think many of these fellas actually do a lot of training to get ready for this tournament?
No, Mike. If it's anything like myself, you get in the car, drive 10 hours to New York, meet up with your friends, and, you know, I hit the field right from there. There are occasions where a lot of the teams will practice in between games over at the Painted Post High School. You know, if you probably walk over there now, there's probably teams that are going to be playing in these later bracket games trying to fine-tune their hitting and pitching. But then again, there is a lot of them that just come in here cold Thursday night and start playing.
All right, snared by Mr. Amy, and that'll take care of business here in the top half of the first inning. Hayes and Turner going very quiet in this part of the game. Want to thank some people for their sponsorship of our coverage here on Big Fox, and it includes Bobby Downing and the boys at Crystal Lanes. And the sponsors who donate to the tourney include Peaches and Cream, Boyer Electric. And we're back to action just like that. So getting our plugs in and watching a home run ball at the same time.
Yeah, Abby leads off the game in the bottom of the first with a home run. We'll see what Mike Ruoc can do to follow up. Both these guys coming into this game, Mike, have been hitting the ball really solid today, which seems like every year that you know, they seem to put it together late in the tournament. So it's another run by the Abby Ruoc team.
So interesting, we have folks tuning in to this game, looking at the long ball slammed, and that is going to be an out just beyond the foul pole. So you provide your own catcher.
Provide your own catcher.
And if your man, if your teammate pops up and you're able to make a grab, you save an out for him.
That's correct.
Or an at-bat, I should say.
And you can come up, seems to be roughly, I don't know, 12 or 15 feet in front of home plate. The batter or the catcher will be able to save that. Once it goes over that line, it's pretty much the pitcher's ball, and it's you know, no attempt by the batting team to catch the ball to save the bat.
All right.
Now, so also something in the past, Ruoc and Abby seem to have always gone with a two-man team. This would be the first year that they've added that third player. And Sean Amy's come into this tournament, and he's held his own. He's swung the bat like the rest of the team, and he's not holding back in the field as well. They seem to have picked up the right player to bring him this far into the tournament.
And you walked into that perfectly, because that was my exact next question to you. Advantage 2 men versus 3?
I believe so. I mean, if you look over there in that right side of the field, that's a lot of acreage for Bobby Turner to cover. And I'm not saying he can't do it, but it seems like it would be a lot easier if he could throw that third person out there.
You know, you think about when you're playing hardball in baseball and playing with a wooden bat. And sometimes, especially in the early spring, when you get that ball that just kind of stings your fingers and everything like that. Now, it's just watching the reaction from Ron Abbey there. Now, come on. You got a plastic ball, you got a plastic bat. Do you really get stingers there? High fly ball for Ruoc in the trees and drops in for, what, a double? Are they going to call that a home run?
That's where the trees once again come into play. You know,
okay.
We talked earlier about 2 years ago having a portion of some of the trees cut, and some of them actually were being removed, but it's still a pretty dense area beyond that fence that it affects the travel of the ball, and what seemed to be a home run there has been brought back into for a double.
Let's see what Mr. Amy is up to at this point. And he muscles it out. Opposite field for Sean Amy.
And again, it was over in that area where Turner's unable to cover, but I don't think he would have had that one anyway, Bob. He hit that like a laser out there in right field.
Andy Hayes was an outstanding athlete at Corning West, and I remember the days, and he put that game face on, and he wastes very little time quick pitching the opponents, but they're ready to continue the at-bat.
Sean Amy shows up again for the at-bat for Ron Abbey. Ronnie will still be up.
So as a batter, you can still try to field that fly ball?
Yeah, either the batter or the catcher. That's two of you that can try to save that ball. Again, it's about 12, 15 feet out in front of home plate. Once that ball exceeds that line, it's only the defensive team that can take part in trying to stop the ball from getting to the fence. Anything hitting over that line will be a double. Anything that rolls through all the way and hits the fence is a single, and then your home runs are obviously anything that clears the fence.
Well, nearly took out our camera person, Megan. I like that little dance that she did there, and a little one-two hop, skip, jump there.
I'm a minor role in the whole thing. Umpiring is a thankless job, but all in all, we have fun doing it. Everybody has fun playing in the tournament, and it's just it's a joy to do it, but it's a minor role.
Well, my mom and I were talking about how there's no food here a lot. Like there's food, but there's not like as much. So we were thinking about selling food here. Well, it takes a lot of help and it takes a lot of heart too to get everybody together and ready, and it takes a little money too.
4. Yep.
All right, so we continue our game here, Dave, and what's it look like on your scorecard?
Well, we're going to the top of the second, and Turner and Hayes already find themselves down 4-0. Abbey led off the bottom of the first with a home run. Sean Amy came up shortly after that and contributed to more runs. So we're looking at a 4-0 deficit for the Turner and Hayes team. And they'll punch Bobby Turner out on that. That's not like Bobby to take a pitch like that, but Chris rings him up.
All right, Andy Hayes, as we said, powering it out through most of the day in the games leading up to this winner's bracket contest.
Well, Andy always comes with his game face, and he's won the championship in the past, and he's not going to let down at all here just deep into the tournament.
Well, at this point, the good news is if you were to drop the game, you still have a chance to come up through the loser's bracket now.
Yes. Yeah, so once we finish up this winner's bracket game, Bob, we'll finish up what's left of the finals, and there's a drive. That'll be just a long out for the Hayes-Turner team.
Yeah, on the missed the foul pole down the left field line. So again, if you just joined us, 75 feet, based upon the 1898 surveyors numbers. 75 right field, 74 left field, and 68 in very deep center field. Is that feet or?
I believe that was measured in feet back in 1898.
All right. And how many paces from the mound to the plate? Now, we know in baseball jargon it's 60 feet 6 inches.
Well, I do know another change that was made in the rules is when they did cut some of those trees back 2 years ago, that they did move home plate back 4 feet, but I believe also at that time they moved the pitcher's mound up 4 feet as well. So we're still looking at the same difference.
Same thing.
So I'm going to guess 30 feet. We'd have to probably refer to the commissioner, Chris Ruoc, on the actual measurements to that.
Well, I'm always interested in some of the sidelights to the game itself. Now, the turf takes a major beating here in 3-4 days of competition, which started Wednesday or Thursday?
We started out Thursday night, and we had some bad weather. But again, with everybody coming in from out of town, we had to start it, and they knew that rain or shine we were going to play. But the fields held up pretty good. We'd talked to Trish and Chris earlier, and they said, by the end of July, it'll be back to where it was, before we started the tournament.
Right. Chris said we expect that you wouldn't even know there was a game played here by August 1.
No, it's always recovered well after 200 people have been through the backyard of the Ruocos.
And no special means taken, no added grass seed or anything like that. It just mends itself, and that's good, and get ready and has the rest of the year to get ready till the next time around.
Yeah, by the time we return here next June, it's going to look like it did the beginning of this week.
That's a high fly ball for Hayes, gone.
And he continues to hit the ball very well. It's going to get them back into this game.
So they lead what?
4-2 game now.
4-2 game, okay.
I talked to Bobby earlier in the tournament, and he said if it wasn't for Andy, we probably wouldn't be in this situation now where we're in the finals of the winner's bracket. He says he's struggled early on in the tournament, so he's hoping to maybe help Hayes with some of the hitting today.
Ruoc's next delivery here. And Bobby follows it from release to the catcher. And outside. Good crowd that continues to linger on as we head down the home stretch here for
we're
this
just about
tournament.
At full capacity. We might be able to fit in another 20 by the time the championship game rolls around. But for right now, I think we're near capacity.
This is the nice thing about the tournament. With or without, whether you do or you don't, you still get a cookie.
Yeah, they take care of you here at the Ruocco household, and some young lady just happened to drop by a couple sugar cookies for us.
Whoa, skimmed them on the top of the head now. You don't take your base on that.
No.
Yeah, Ruoc's ready once again, so the dome is home. Here we go again. Oh, and that's why they call it
wiffle ball. Mike's eyes look like a deer in headlights there with that ball coming floating in there. Andy kind of just laid it over the plate, but Mike took a bigger swing than I think he wanted to, and he didn't even make contact.
Well, cheerleader and home plate umpire Chris Ruoc was a little bit slow on that call. So we thought we'd help him out a little bit.
Chris is, again, one of the newer umpires. He's only been on the crew for 2 years since his retirement from the game. It's been the majority of the older Ruocco brothers.
And that'll be an out. Tell me, how's that cookie? How's that cookie?
Oh, I got tied up with it, Bob. I forgot what was going on with the game. I mean, if they keep feeding them like this, I might have to take a break and go get a quart of milk.
Ooh. Okay, that's 3 outs. And we continue on with a 4-2 game by my last count. Dave being our official scorer. And he nods in agreement.
Yeah, we're going to go to the top of the third now.
All right, just very quickly, once again, want to remind you, our game brought to you in part by the Beach House Tanning. Thank you, Bob Marsh. Also, Flip Flop, Lena and Linda Felici. And the For Dad Scholarship Foundation. That's an out for Andy Hayes.
Going back to the trees, Bob, when Chris decided to cut them back about 2 years ago, we all thought that there was going to be an increase in homers, and actually looking over the stats today, there's been a drop.
Really?
Some of our league leaders in the past have hit 17, 18 homers, and I believe the lead leaguer right now has only got about 7 home runs with about 4 games to play, so not as many balls flying out of here as many anticipated.
Yeah, and hard-pressed to try to equal that amount.
Yeah. Well, another thing that comes into play is you got a bunch of younger athletes out there, and we've seen earlier in the games that some of those guys have gone up and over the fence to rob a few of the homers.
So you're saying that there have been no changes, unlike in college and in high school ball. There's no changes in the composite of the bat. The bats are still the same.
Still the factory made from wiffle ball that comes here, and there's, occasionally some of the players like to put some tape on the handle just for a better grip, but You know, I can remember as a young kid starting out in this, rolling up a newspaper or putting some sawdust in there just to make it a little bit denser. But, you know, the Ruoc brothers do a good job of inspecting any of the bats that come into play once the tournament starts.
Okay, so what kind of sanctions are there if they should find that you filled the bat with sawdust or whatever, or sand?
I can remember it was probably my second year walking in here with a bat that I had rolled up a newspaper with, and you know, I was promptly informed that that wouldn't be able to be used in the league game.
So there wasn't any financial...
no, there was no financial setback for myself. So everybody's got the same bat. You know, we used, there's no tape on the ball. I can remember also growing up that, you know, occasionally we'd put some electrical tape around there to try to save the ball. Where Ruoc's probably got 200 balls here, you know, when you're a 13-year-old kid growing up and you had one ball to last the week, you tried to make the most of it.
Absolutely.
And again, many of these guys have played wiffle ball growing up their entire lives, and, you know, we sit around and they talk about how their rules, you know, were used and the reasons why, and, you know, people all across the country are playing wiffle ball, and everybody's got their own set of rules just to fit the way they play.
Well, that fly ball caught by Ron Abbey. Bob Hayes goes down, Bob Turner rather, goes down meekly in this half of the game, and we're still looking at a 4-2 contest with the lead enjoyed by Abbey, Ruoc, and Amy.
Yep, we're looking at 4-2 going into the bottom of the third, and Ruoc will lead off.
And he got a little piece of that, and it'll just kind of drift back for what, an out.
I think it looked like in that bat, Bob, that Mike wanted to try to shoot the ball over to right field. Since Turner's kind of planted himself over there in left field, it's left a big gap over in right. Maybe Ruoc team might try to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Mr. Amy muffled that. That's a double. Am I correct? Well, in the vocabulary of the sport, and Ron Abbey made a nice grab.
He looked like a wide receiver trying to save a catch there. He got both feet in, and he had possession of the ball before he fell over into the defensive side of the ball, or the foul line, Bob.
Okay, in the vocabulary of the sport, is there room or is there any entry in the official rule book for ringer? Or we don't have ringers in this game?
No, I mean, over the years we've always thought somebody had a ringer coming in here, but we've had many college baseball players, and actually we had a guy named Matt Birch that was like the number 18 pick of the Kansas City Royals a few years ago, come in here thinking that, you know, this is wiffle ball. I'm a baseball player. I'm going to be able to, you know, walk all over these youngins. But he came in here, and then 2 games later he was packed up and gone home.
Well, certainly the tournament has some emotional times as well, and right now we have members of the family of 2 former players who threw out the ceremonial first pitches.
Our t-shirt dedications. We have Mr. Jim Price. We touched on Mr. Price last year, and his family. We all know the Price children, Robin, Rick, Michelle, and Kevin, along with their beloved mother, Donna, started the For Dad Scholarship Foundation for wiffle ball. We give 2, sometimes 3 scholarships to our senior athletes.
It's the For Dad Foundation, the number 4 in Dad, in honor of my father, Jim Price, who passed away last May, just before last year's event. Well, it's personally financed by our family. When I found out that Ruoc had a scholarship that they were personally funding out of the wiffle ball committee's funds, I talked to my wife, and we agreed that we would take care of the finances for that.
So we're going to dedicate the left sleeve today to Ed Griffin. Mr. Griffin was always smiling. You would never see a day where Ed Griffin was in a bad mood. The father of 8 children, and you always seen him in all the kids' games as well. He never missed events. Just a great man.
The Prices, the Griffins, the Ruocos, many other names we could throw out here. were staples of this village. And we were all treated the same way, the kids. You went to the Prices, you were welcome with open arms. You go to the Griffins, you were welcome with open arms.
So no, I really don't think there's a ringer, but over the years you can kind of see the guys as they develop and, you know, who's making good contact. And, you know, you can kind of find the guys that say, hey, 3 or 4 years down the road, these guys are going to contend. And I think we saw that in one of the earlier games with McKegg and Dobson. I mean, those guys were just, you know, it didn't matter what was going across the plate. They were just making solid contact. And if Mike McKegg's able to hold up pitching, you know, these guys are probably going to make a deep run into that loser's bracket.
Bob Michaels with Dave Jenks here in Painted Post, New York. Wiffle Ball City, USA is the kind of the unofficial tag that we just kind of spontaneous spun out, and they've held on to that, and we thank them for that. Look at this. I'm not sure what. This is something interesting and new. Abby just trying to distract the batter, jumping from side to side.
Because Bobby popped out.
That's something new. We hadn't seen that before, but must be Abby.
Well, Andy Hayes will try to get a decent pitch to drive out of here to get himself back into this ball game. He's been the hotter hitter of the Turner and Hayes crew so far this afternoon.
Yeah, he's thinking a little bit about that action out there by Abby in right field.
Now, I think Abby better take Andy a little bit more serious. He's liable to knock one out of here.
Yeah, a little bit on the inside corner. Strike zone is, have you found in your participation that the umpires have been pretty consistent as far as giving you a zone?
Oh, yeah. If you talk to some of the pitchers, they seem to think that Fred Collins has something about the size of a shoebox going behind the plate. But, you know, they're pretty liberal with the calls, and you know, as long as they're consistent, that's what the players are looking for. They want to know where I can pitch it and what I'm going to get called, and as long as it's a consistent call, then you don't hear much complaining about the umpires. And that was obviously something that we didn't add until I think it was the 90s. I mean, the first probably 10 years of the tournament, Bob. It was, you know, there was no umpires. The guy could stand up there, take 25 or 30 pitches. And, you know, we found that the game moved along a lot better once we added the umpires.
Mike Ruoc once again into the windup, and that will be fielded by Amy, and that is going to do it in the bottom of the third inning. Still a 4-2 contest favoring the Abby Ruoc-Amy combination. And if it's all the same to you, I'm going to enjoy this cookie. I found it very delicious, by the way.
I'm hoping that once we finish these up, they'll be around with round 2 of another type of cookie we could try.
Well, we've sampled a couple of these. This is one of the perks that I really enjoy, you know, as a broadcaster on a regular basis. You have to be very careful about what kind of food we intake, and you know, I've developed a science, a scheme, I guess, as it is. You know, sometimes it takes me probably about 3 or 4 innings to finish a hot dog, so I don't have the luxury of doing that. But here, you know, it's free form, and enjoy the cookies as we go.
Well, Ron Abbey, who was going to try to add to their lead here, they seem to be up 4-2 at this point in the game. Andy not laying anything in there. He's going to try to work the count to where he can maybe get ahead and maybe throw something that Ronnie's not looking for.
Well, he got a hold of that one, and Bobby Hayes.
Well, Bobby Turner had him played perfect on that one. So far, the 2-man team seems to be holding up against the 3-man team.
Bob Turner showing a lot of range out there in that outfield. Drifting over, 1, 2, 3 steps. That's a high fly ball. Turner once again in deep center field makes the grab. Side retired, and they go in order. And so we move to the bottom of the 4th inning.
We're still looking at a 4-2 game. Hayes and Turner trying to get some kind of a spark to get back into where they can maybe possibly take the lead in the game. Fans starting to get behind the team now. Maybe this will rally them and get them to where they want to be.
Have you found that inspirational when you've been trying to fight back?
Yeah, it helps. It's always a help to know that there's someone behind it trying to get the team going. You know, we'll see if it's something that can ignite Turner and Hayes.
You come out to the tournament, and of course the fans are an integral part of the atmosphere. It's electric at times. You take a look at some of the hardware. You look at the boards that they have posted occasionally, and that's a high fly ball. But Abby is there, and it's gone. It just got hung up in the trees and drifted down. Abby had no chance for that play. And so Hayes and Turner have made it an interesting game. We've got a 4-3 contest.
Well, it looks like possibly that the fans had something to do with that. So Andy Hayes hits a home run. It brings them within one. Bobby Turner up to bat now. Again, Bobby struggled a little bit earlier in the tournament.
Well, this is one of those times where we have an unofficial timeout. Please return all balls. You remember as a kid when you played Little League ball and they'd offer you a freeze pop if you returned it to the concession stand?
Yeah, I believe these guys are just going to go out there and get the balls. I don't think there's any incentive other than the tournament will continue.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the folks who have been kind enough to help out with the coverage here on Big Fox TV, and they include Crystal Lanes, one of America's finest bowling centers since 1958. Bobby Downing and the boys welcome you in, and call ahead and find out what kind of special evenings and presentations they have there. And you know they spare no expense when it comes to the tournament. They bring out the plastic shopping bag in which the cache of wiffle balls are contained, and we're ready to continue on. All right, Bobby Turner at the plate for the tournament team of Hayes and Turner, and they're making it a good one. We've got a 4-3 contest. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. They play 5 innings, and this is the last game in the winners bracket.
Yep, we'll see the loser of this game drop down, and that'll give the winner a chance to maybe rest up a little bit.
Sean Amy looking to defuse the situation with a leaping grab in left field.
Well, it seems that Sean Amy had him played perfectly on that, and that'll bring up Hayes, who homered his last time.
Oh, look good.
Check swing. I don't know if he went or not, but I guess they're going to call that a ball.
So Amy catches Hayes catches a bit of a break there. Next pitch.
Oh, he lays off that one.
And that's a strike.
Mike wanted the call, though. He's trying to figure out why he ain't getting the call.
Well, the fans are also getting after the umpire as well.
Now, let's see what Mike comes back with here. He's got to put something near the strike zone or he's going to lose Hayes in the count.
Ooh, called that a strike?
Worked him to 3-0.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the umpire's signs. I thought he was calling a strike there. All right, so Andy Hayes ready once more. 3-0 pitch from Mike Rarick.
Well, I'm wondering if that home run that Hayes hit earlier in the at-bats, that maybe possibly he'd rather take the chances with Turner at this point.
You don't think it's affecting his pitching, do you?
No. I think Mike will come back and, he'll challenge Turner. There we go.
Our plate umpire, interesting style. He calls the balls and the strikes on the same hand. That's what threw me off. Is that a wiffle ball procedure?
Again, Chris is one of the younger umpires, and he's trying to learn trades from his brothers Pat and Peter and Paul that have all started out in the umpires union here, and now Chris is trying to earn his time in here, so he just don't have it all down right now, but eventually he'll fit in with the older brothers.
Trying to stroke that and place it. Bob Turner flies out. And it brings to the plate a familiar face, Andy Hayes once more.
Well, we'll see if Mike can bounce back. Last time he walked Hayes, prior to that he homered, so we'll see if maybe he comes back with something down the middle of the plate.
Strike called. Wow, love the way this group of fans are getting into this contest. It's a 4-3 game. Hayes looking to find the measure to maybe tie it up. The pitch. No, he grounds out. And that's game. All right.
That's the final,
Yeah.
4-3. Looks like the team of Abby, Rare, and Amy are going to be in the winner's bracket, which will knock Hayes and Turner down into the loser's bracket. So with that, we're going to have a bunch of loser brackets games until we can get a challenger for Rarick and Abby in the championship.
All right, we'll be back with that next game on Big Fox TV.
First year, very excited about it to be finally on the field. Watched for many years from the sidelines, admired these guys, and I got to go up against the best this year and gave it my all. I brought a strong partner in with Graydon Losey. Worked on my pitching there. Tried to get in and out of innings, but the bats weren't connecting. So we'll see what we can do next year.
Well, it's time to move on to the next game, and this is a losers bracket contest. We got the McCaig-Dobson trio, and they will take on Dave Newell and company.
Well, this will be our first round of the losers bracket towards the championship game. Newell and Newell are the veterans of the tournament, taking on the younger but seem to be experienced today, Newell and Dobson. Or I'm sorry, that's the McCaig-Dobson team.
Right.
They've shown earlier in the tournament that they're going to hang around for a while. Newell, probably one of the best teams never to win the tournament, and maybe they're going to make that a run late today's games and try to change their luck in the championship game.
Well, in between one of the earlier games, Dave Newell confided to me that the arms seems to be okay. He knows it'll bother him tomorrow. I suggested something out of the Jerry Kuzman years. We used to put the arm in the pickle brine, and I also think I'm not going to say that I would testify that would be a known healing factor, but you try anything once, right?
Well, I'm sure we'll hear some stories after the tournament on who cured what or used what remedy to cure their hurts and their pains from the tournament.
All right, so as we watch the focus right now, young Mr. Dobson looking to do some damage. And he goes yard, and where is it? Oh! And you like that. Not on my outfield.
Brian Newell played that ball perfectly out of the tree. We thought maybe Devin Dobson was going to add to his home run total, but Brian Newell stepped in and stole that one.
All right, so side retired. And no score. So we go to the bottom of the first inning.
And Mike McKeag will be on the mound once again for the McKeag-Dobson team.
And we've got one down.
That'll bring up Brian Newell. Brian's had a pretty good tournament today. Again, these are two brothers that have been with us in this tournament for close to 15 years. Always want to be part of the tournament from when they were younger kids. I can remember Brian and Davey showing up here when they were basically just out of diapers.
Yeah, that bounces on the plate, and they call it a strike. So it's right there in his wheelhouse. Oh.
Big swing there by Brian. I don't think he really wanted to chase that one, but something in the back of his mind said, I'm going for it.
So we have two down.
We have two down, and Davey Newell's at the plate. Would love to help his own cause here, but Mike McKeag, he's pitched competitive in every one of the games so far this afternoon, so I think if he can keep them to 3 or 4 runs, the hot bat of Jonas McKeag and Devin Dobson are going to be able to propel the McKeag-Dobson team over the Newells. I'm gonna say if he can hold them to three runs, then Dobson and McKeag should come out ahead on this game.
Well, Mike McCaig had a one-game respite there as he watched the winner's bracket decide who would continue on, and it turned out to be Abby and company. with Hayes and Turner dropping down into the losers bracket, but away, maybe a chance to fight your way back.
Well, I'm sure if you walked over to Painted Post Middle School right now, you'd probably find that Andy Hayes and Bob Turner practicing on their hitting and their pitching again. You know, those two are always in it when it comes to the end, and you know, I'm sure they're probably over there already practicing.
Devin.
All right, so we go to the top of the second inning, and Devin Dobson steps up to the plate.
Yeah, we're just looking over the bracket here, Bob. It looks like you have the Newell McKegg Dobson game, and then the loser of that will be out of the tournament, and the winner will advance to play the Turner Hayes team.
Ah. So a lot riding on the line here, sir. So Dave Newell working from a set position, comes set, and the pitch is a little bit inside and not in the strike zone.
Well, when this tournament started, Bob, I was expecting to see the team of Ruoc and Caleb McClegg and Diorio in this game, not the younger McKegg. Past couple years, Nathan and Caleb and Diorio have been one of the teams that people have picked to win this tournament. I know walking into the tournament this year, I thought, well, I'd be one of the teams in the finals, but they were knocked out early. In fact, they were the first team knocked out. So with wiffle ball, you never know who's going to advance.
And a familiar face back at the plate once more in this inning. Devin Dobson. Didn't like that. Expressions, priceless. And the shift, and that'll take care of the McKegg group. So they pick up no runs. It is scoreless, and after an inning and a half of play, it's McKegg nothing, Newell nothing. Dave Newell will lead it off. Dave Jenks. Got a lot of Daves here today.
Yeah, I think Dave would like to help himself and get a home run here to get the lead. That's, you know, always an important thing. Davey's an experienced pitcher in this tournament.
Great grab out there. Excuse me, Dave.
If you can give Davey a couple runs, you know, it's the same thing. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I could be wrong with the way Dobson's swinging the bat. But,
well, Brian Newell
goes to the tournament, and I think we're going to see some lower-scoring games.
All right, Brian Newell flying out. So we have two down here in the bottom of the second inning, a scoreless duel.
I mean, we started at 8 o'clock this morning, so some of these guys have played 4 or 5 games right now, and you'd have to think that, you know, the long layoffs in between games, just the long day in general is going to start wearing on some of these guys and start the tiring portion of the body, just not holding up to an all-day event when you only do it once a year. You know, going back to, you know, do we prepare for this? No, a lot of the guys just come off from their everyday life to play wiffle ball in the backyard one day.
Oh, they're going to catch a break, and that is just a long, high out. 2 innings in the book, and it is scoreless here in Painted Posts at the Ruoc's Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament.
Chris, every year you find a very interesting cause to generate, you know, the funds to, and what is your pet project for the 30th year anniversary?
Well, for the 30th, Bob, it's emotional to me. They're very good friends of ours. Steve and Mary Marticello, parents of 7 children. They're both ill, with Mary with MS and Steve having some heart and leg issues that he can't seem to shake right now, but they're in much need of help, and we wanted to rally around the Marticello family from the East High community.
It took me years to understand what's going on in the backyard here. I was just a little kid growing up, and every year around Colonial Days, there's this huge event in my backyard, and all my dad's friends are around, and they were playing some kind of game in the backyard, and I started out doing magic shows for $1 a piece in the driveway here, and now here I am along with my dad and Bob Turner, acting co-commissioners, and 30 years, and it's unbelievable. And we have our Wiffle Ball Association at Painted Post, the WAP, and we get together and we plan all this, and it's hard to believe how much goes into it, and it means so much to the Ruoc family. And the Ruoc family gets a lot of credit for what we do back here, but we can't thank the other families and businesses enough that help sponsor us and help come year after year and put all this together with us. It's not, when we say Ruoc family, it's everybody. It's everyone that comes here year after year and helps us put this on together. It's a whole wiffle ball community, and it's unbelievable.
Bob Michaels with Dave Jenks and Beartown Peaches and Cream, one of our fine sponsors, as well as Beartown Beverage and Redemption Center. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Pieri Central Restaurant. Thanks very much to Tom and Diane Pieri.
Ooh, swing by Jonas McKegg. The ball was in the dirt, but Davey Newell was able to get him to chase it. That'll bring up Devin Dobson.
We are in the top of the third inning.
That's saved by McKegg. He made a nice catch on that, so that'll save Devin Dobson's at bat. Let's see if he can cash that in.
Well, the concentration on the batter's face is interesting. Dobson.
Well, I was also noticed that Davey Newell's wearing the sunglasses. I don't know if that's an intimidation factor or you just don't want the batter to look him in the eyes.
All right, that's a fly ball out. Outstanding style by Brian Newell. There's Jonas McKay at the plate. This, fans, is a loser's bracket game, as Dave pointed out. The season ends.
Yeah, at this point, Bob, all the losers go home at this point, other than if we can get to the championship game and have the loser from the losers bracket knock off the Abbey Rarick team, then we'll have a second game.
Oh, that is gone for sure. Jonas McKaig. And we've got a 1-0 game. Well, the overshift is on now, Dave Jenks. And the strategy when you're playing as a two-man team is to cover a lot of territory. We got a lefty at the plate right now in Devin Dobson. And so Brian Newell back against the wall, literally looking to see where placement will be on a hit ball.
Yeah, and for the most part, a lot of these defenders in the outfield, if it's a left-handed batter, they'll switch over to right field. And if it's a right-handed batter, they'll favor the left field.
Brian Newell covering a lot of distance. We've got a 1-0 game here. McKaig over Newell at Ruoc's Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament. Crystal Lanes, including Bobby Downey and the boys, are sponsors of this year's event here in Painted Post. And a Big Fox, we want to thank some other folks too, including News Talk, WENY AM, home of Frankly Speaking, Boyer Electric, East 5th Street in Elmira. Brian Newell waiting on the pitch.
Oh, just out of the reach of Davey, so that'll bring up Davey Newell. I thought maybe Davey would be able to snag that foul ball by Brian, but it was just out of the reach. So Davey will be up to bat now.
Well, I think the crowd is starting to swell a little bit. They've expanded considerably. It's kind of an ebb and flow in some of the earlier lead-up games, but they're getting strong here. Watching that next pitch, and it sails low on the ground. You were remarking about Dave Newell playing with sunglasses. The same can be said for Mike McKaig pitching for his group.
Yeah, I just noticed that. It's the first time I ever noticed that the two pitchers wearing sunglasses. But then again, this is the first time this weekend that the sun's actually come out. It's
Factor?
6 o'clock at night, so.
Then we got a ground ball out. And once more, Brian Newell steps in. So the Newell brothers trying to come back right now. It's a 1-0 deficit. They bat in the bottom of the third inning, and we play 5.
So as we had spoke earlier, Bob, the loser of this game will be out.
Oh! Home run ball, and look at this, a tie game. As Brian Newell goes yard, Dave. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to note, Bob, that coming up after this game, we're going to have the Turner Hayes team return to the field.
And another off the nice Sitco side, and a great grab by Jonas McKaig. And locked in after 3 innings of play here in Painted Post, New York. So the Newell brothers come back to get the equalizer. We now move to the top of the 4th inning, a 1-1 score.
Yeah, and I just wanted to note that Turner and Hayes will be taking on the winner of this game right away. So again, the loser is done for the 2013 year, but the winner's going to have to turn around and play Turner and Hayes. And then we'll move on to our championship game, Bob, which will feature the Abbey, Ruoc, Amy team against the winner of the following game.
Okay.
So we're down to 3 teams, Bob. What started out as a 20-team tournament has now whittled itself down to 3 teams.
And that'll be lifted high, but Dave Newell, showing his athletic ability, makes the grab.
I think Dave's still a little upset about Jonas robbing him on that home run. That would have put the Newell brothers up 2-1, but now we're sitting at a 1-1 ball game with Dobson at bat.
Trying to lift it, trying to grab it, can't do it either. 2 down.
Well, my intentions today, Bob, were to wear my gold blazer, but it seems to have been misplaced. Do you have any idea where that may have gone?
Well, I can tell you, I had my eye on it, but it wouldn't have fit me.
Well, it's something I look forward to wearing once a year, and obviously it's come up missing, so I'm going to have to get security involved in looking for that gold blazer.
All right, so we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1.
Bottom of the 4th.
Brian Newell steps in.
Well, Brian homered his last time. He wouldn't mind going back-to-back here to give the Newell brothers a 1-run lead.
And looking to bite on that one, lets it go, called strike. Well, our thanks going out to all of you who've tuned in here on Big Fox TV, the 30th annual event. Now, Colonial Days, also celebrating this year, Dave. It's the 50th anniversary of Colonial Days.
And something else that we dug up, it's also I believe, the 50th anniversary of wiffle ball. I believe Rich Vang had checked into that, and it's either the 40th or 50th year of the actual wiffle ball product. So we're celebrating 3 things here today.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for wiffle ball, we wouldn't have the bats and balls that we're using here today, and we want to thank them for making this a part of Painted Post.
What do you think McCaig's out pitch is?
Mike just seems to want to lay it in there and let the boys in the outfield run it down.
Yeah. Teamwork out there. Dobson actually caresses the ball, makes the grab, but Mike was right there just to ensure that there is no dropped wiffle ball.
No, Mike McKegg's got nothing fancy. He's just going to sit back there and fire it over the strike zone. He's not going to walk a lot of guys, but he likes them to put the ball in play.
You're up first.
Again, with guys like Devin Dobson and Jonas McKegg in the outfield, if you put the ball in play, chances are one of those two are going to run it down for you.
So we go to the 5th inning, tied at 1.
Have you had any challenging moments in your experience with the tournament?
Absolutely, but what's great about it is we sometimes put rules into effect and we name them after certain people so we don't have to deal with those situations again, and that makes it all part fun of, this is the so-and-so rule or this is the so-and-so rule. And bottom line is if we get in a bind, we refer it to the commissioners and they take it over, so we really don't have to take any grief, and what we do is all fun and games.
One of the more unique sides of the wiffle ball tournament here, and new this year, is the Miss Wiffle Ball Beauty Tournament.
This year we also was a first annual Ruoc pageant. So we had 4 girls crowned Junior Miss, Miss, Mrs., and Tiny Miss Wiffle Ball.
And the batter, Devin Dobson. Dobson didn't like that. Not much dialogue between the two. Have you ever witnessed anyone charging the mound in the tournament over the years? I mean,
no, again, it's all for fun, and occasionally one of the Griffin brothers may get involved with that out of some of the antics that they pull out here. Earlier, we saw Brian Griffin trying to rally the crowd and to take me out to the ballpark.
Well, you were a very competitive athlete back in the day, and I remember that. And you mean to tell me that you didn't put a game face on there, and there were times maybe you thought about charging the mound here?
No, no, no. They're all friends and family. And
well, so?
I mean, when it started out, it was a bunch of kids from East High against a bunch of kids from West High. And,
yeah.
You know, those relationships have grown over the years, and, you know, you can talk to anybody in this backyard, and they're going to tell you that this is all family back here.
That's what we like to hear.
You know, and if we can help somebody in the process, that's what we're all about. And you know, we want to thank everybody that's been here today to donate towards the Marticello Fund that we put together. And you know, I'm actually looking forward to see what the final count on that is, Bob. You know, we had a golf tournament to kick off Wednesday. We had the Calcutta. Our friend Danny Dan with the San Francisco Giants sent us out some items to auction off. We've got food going on all day, where all the proceeds from that will go to the Marticello Foundation. And,
well, how about that young entrepreneur, Lexi Ruoc?
Well, that'll be the third year in a row that Lexi's put together something. You know, it was 2 years ago that the house that's sitting behind us, Bob, caught on fire, and I think Lexi raised close to $1,500 for that. I can't remember off the top of the head what we donated towards last year. Oh, I believe it was the Fiorello Foundation. And then this year, the Marticello. So, you know, everybody in Corning knows Chris Ruoc. It's a small town, and, you know, he's about family and helping people out. So when they know that the wiffle ball tournament's coming around, that, you know, it's going to be for a good cause.
All right, Mike McKeag delivering that next pitch, which sails low and outside. We have moved surprisingly fast to the bottom of the fifth inning, where we have a 1-1 score, and at the plate, an opportunity for the home team to maybe do some damage. Caught!
Devin Dobson again out there.
So after 5, do we continue in tournament play?
We'll play one extra inning.
And then we determine who has the most hits?
Yeah.
All right.
But once we do get to the championship game, it'll be played until there's an actual winner. There will be no time will the rules change where we take into consideration hits or the flip of a coin, where some of these games may be determined by that.
One each. One apiece.
I got 1 hit and 1 walk, so 1 hit. This is the top of the 6th. 1 hit.
Oh, yes, top 6.
So we did 1 extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're discussing right now, Bob.
Right.
Wanted to make sure that they get that 1 additional inning, and then from there we'll go to the total hits.
Okay, and Dave Newell was very prompt in coming over to ascertain that.
Yes.
So thoroughly knows the rule book and wants to make sure.
Dave's on the committee. We meet every February and we go over the rules. Again, you know, some of them we modify, but Dave's always been a part of that. So he's one of the players that knows the rule book front and back.
All right, so a chance to do some damage right now. Team McKeag-Dobson.
It's Jonas McKeag. The one and only run came on a home run by Jonas earlier in the game. And the 1 run for the Newell brothers came on a shot by Brian Newell. So these pitchers, as we suspected, are pitching a real close, low-scoring ball game.
The pitch. Fly ball high, drifting over to the right side, and caught by Brian Newell. There's 1 out. Top of the 6th. A 1-1 game. Team McKeag got their 1 and only run back in the 3rd inning. Team Newell came back to tie the score. And as Dave said, another drive.
That'll put the go-ahead run at second base. Jonas McKeag will step up. If they can get this 1 run pushed across and hold them in the bottom of the 6th inning, that'll advance them into the championship of the losers bracket.
Tension building here in Painted Post.
I don't know if you noticed, Bob, but I see that on the shirts of the Newell brothers it says they're about to do something awesome.
You think? Fly ball. High double. Just like that.
Just out of the reach of Brian Newell.
And they take the lead.
In the right field. Brian was favoring the left field. Jonas McKegg took an outside pitch and he drove it into right field. And again, it was just out of the outstretched arms of Brian Newell.
So we've got a 2-1 game. They make the grab? No, that's 2 outs. So the pressure now mounting for Team Newell, knowing that they're going to have to come up with a run to tie.
Well, Dave's things right now, he don't want to give up another run.
And that is foul.
Well,
and out.
That'll be the 3rd out.
All right, so it is a 2-1 game. As we move to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Bottom 6.
This will be the last call for the Newells. And again, they seem as though they want to get something. They're going to be doing something awesome. There's no time but right now for Brian Newell to do that.
Nice pitch. Fans, we certainly hope that you're enjoying our presentation here on Big Fox TV of the 30th annual Ruoc's Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament. The 30th annual event.
Yeah, a lot's happened in 30 years, Bob. The number of people who have passed through this yard and taken part in this is just astronomical.
That's an out.
Mike McKegg finds himself 2 outs away from advancing to a championship game of the loser bracket with the Hayes-Turner team.
And the loser, obviously, of this game ends their season right here on the same playing field.
Well, I found it in the last few years, Bob. I'd rather lose earlier in the morning than to, drag it out this late and have to lose, knowing that you were that close.
Mm-hmm.
The better teams advanced. I'm not taking anything away from the Newell brothers, but I just seem to think that McKegg and Dobson are swinging some hot bats right now, and Mike McKegg's pitching's keep them into these low-scoring games.
And there is a strategy to the game. All right, towing the rubber. Here's McKegg's next offering. That'll be lifted high. Should be.
That'll take it down to the last at bat for Brian Newell.
Well, can you imagine the pressure that must be on young Brian Newell?
Well, I'm thinking back to inning number 4 when Davey Newell hit the line drive off the sit-go sign, what looked like was going to be a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up being a ball falling into. Oh, and what a recovery!
Great recovery indeed. Dave Newell from that crouch position leaps up there, makes that grab, keeps the bat alive. The next pitch, low. Oh, what a game.
Yes, and again, it's going to be a low-scoring game here, as I kind of predicted. There's a
and
shot.
there it is.
No! They hit the wall, didn't it? Oh, I thought it was going to be a single, and it was rolled and out.
Now that'll do it for Team Newell as Team McKegg-Dobson move on to face Hayes and Turner in the next game.
Well, we've whittled ourselves down to the final 3 now, and right away, McKegg and Dobson are going to have to take the field again.
And we will step aside for a moment on Big Fox TV.
The first time I ever came here, I didn't know what was going on in the backyard. I thought it was just kind of like a little picnic barbecue and a little wiffle ball. And I was amazed when I walked in, and it was like this wonderful little baseball field. It's this little treasure here in Painted Post. And I just thought it would always be nice if we had a facade like you're walking into a stadium. So I thought about it for a couple years, and this year I thought being the 30th year, it would have been a nice time to bring it out and do it. So, well, it was kind of a family project. I built it, and my wife painted it, and my son Caleb and Jonas kind of helped us do some things on it. So it was a family kind of project, and every year we just kind of like to give something back to the Ruoc's because they give so much to us.
All right, fans, we're ready to continue here in Painted Post, the tournament And the last of the teams in the losers bracket now will face off here. Bob Michaels with Dave Jenks. We have the team of Andy Hayes and Bob Turner facing the McCaig and Dobson group.
And it looks like Hayes and Turner will go with 2 players again, and Dobson and McCaig will go with the 2 fielders and Mike McCaig on the mound.
All right, so starting things off will be Andy Hayes on the mound for Turner Hayes.
Dobson and McCaig just coming off the victory, the external victory over the Newell brothers. We're right back on the field.
And they are out of here with a leadoff home run, Jonas McCaig.
Well, he picked up right where he left off in the last game, Bob.
Well, we'll
see how
see.
Andy reacts to this, but he may have run into a buzzsaw with Dobson and McCaig.
Well, we wonder maybe if he will be rattled on this instance. Andy Hayes. And there's one down.
Well, a veteran of many of these championship games and these games advancing into the championship.
There's 2.
I think you're going to see Andy Hayes fight back in here. But again, you know, Dobson and Jonas McCaig are swinging the bats just as good as anybody has here in the yard today.
Mm-hmm. That's a high fly ball. Double.
Well, they're jumping on Andy early.
Turner covers a lot of ground.
Well,
that was just too far out of his reach.
Yeah, and he's probably one of the few teams that they can get by with just one fielder.
That's another double.
The majority of teams go with that second fielder, but Bobby does cover quite a bit of ground out there. Hayes and Turner playing in the losers championship game after dropping the championship winners bracket game to Abby and Ruoc and Amy. So we'll see how they react playing here in the losers bracket.
What do you think of this young versus old?
Well, again, Hayes and Turner seem like they're every year we come here, they're playing in these championship games, and no different here in 2013. Now I'm a little surprised to see Dobson and McCaig in here. You know, they're 2 young players that we think are going to do well, but I thought maybe that'd be a couple years down the road.
Three. All right. 3 runs here in the top of the first inning for McCaig Dobson. A little limber up time now as Mike McCaig limbers up that throwing arm of his.
3-0.
Yeah, it's 3-0. So Andy Hayes and Bob Turner come into the bottom of the 1st already down 3 runs. I noticed you out front earlier, Bob, before the tournament was carrying on, that you were interviewing some of our newly inducted Hall of Fame members.
We did indeed do that, and of course that was something that we wanted to bring up here as far as our broadcast is concerned. The criteria in order to qualify for enshrinement, how many years? 5?
Yeah, I believe 5 years is what we had settled on. You know, a lot of these guys get in here and, you know, 5 years goes by. Today we inducted Mike McCaig, who's been with us for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Clark, who was just sworn in as our new high priest, and one of the originators of the game, Rick Price, who along with Peter Ruoc in this backyard started out the tournament.
Bobby Turner, a fly ball, but covering the ground very quickly is Dobson. 3-0, bottom of the 1st. And that will hit Andy Hayes. Does this man show feeling pressure? Does he feel pressure, Andy Hayes?
I don't think so. I mean, it seems like the last couple of years that those guys have gotten down early, and they've always come back. I expect the same thing. We're early in the game. But again, you know, Dobson and McCaig are just seem like anything that's thrown across that plate, they're knocking out of the ballpark. But I expect Andy to settle down on the mound, and, you know, he's going to get his share of hits. It's just a matter if Turner can pop out of this slump he seems to be in.
All right, well, we played 1 inning, and it is a 3-0 score in favor of McCaig Dobson.
Certainly a young man who has ties to Painted Post, especially attending West High School, Danny Dan, with the San Francisco Giants. Talk about his contributions this year, Chris.
Oh, wow. Danny's wonderful. He's with promotions and sales for the San Francisco Giants, 2012 World Series champs. Danny sent up, he wanted to help the family all the way from San Francisco, the Marticello family. So he sent up Buster Posey, World Series MVP, signed baseball, Tim Lincecum, Cy Young, pitcher, autographed baseball, replica World Series rings, the replica World Series trophy, and so on and so forth, banners of the World Series team. Danny's wonderful.
The high priest of wiffle ball.
The high priest of wiffle ball.
Tell me what that means to you.
To me, it's an incredible honor because these guys have all grown up together and played wiffle ball, you know, since the inception. And I'm kind of a transplanted Pennsyltuckian. I just moved, you know, to Painted Post 22 years ago, and just got involved in wiffle ball about 12 years ago because I had the Ruoc's son Nate in school, and they invited me, and I've just been taking it in for the last 10 or 11 years. And Rich came to me last year and asked me if I wanted to be the high priest, probably because of my true serious nature. You know, I was completely honored by that. I'm not still sure what I'm supposed to do, but, you know, we're going to work it out. Pat Gont and I, we have a plan.
Big Fox TV bringing you coverage of this year's 30th annual event, and brought to you in part by Peaches and Cream Beverage Center, also by Boyer Electric, Frankly Speaking, featuring Frank Acup, The Beach House Tanning with Bob Marsh, and Flip Flop with Lena and Linda Felici as sponsors. Well, we move now to the second inning in a 3-0 score that favors the team in blue. Well, I can't really say that because Hayes is wearing blue as well, but the team at the plate right now, McCaig Dobson, and that'll be a ground out. So 1 down here in the top of the second, and the batter now, Jonas McCaig.
Well, Jonas led the game off with a home run. Let's see if he can pick up here in the second inning where he left off in the first.
A 3-man crew against a 2-man team, and that will be whizzing by. Dave watched it go by, and that was just a blur to me. That's an out, 2 down. Dobson of study and concentration there at the plate, left-handed hitting. Ball player. A high fly ball, it's doable. Andy Hayes is there, and that retires the side. So they pick up no runs, and we're going to move to the bottom of the second inning with McCaig Dobson leading this one in the loser's bracket, 3-0. The loser of this loser's bracket game is eliminated.
Winner again will go on to face Abby, Ruoc, and Amy. Championship game, so they've been off the field for close to an hour, hour and a half. We'll have to see how they react of having some downtime against some of the teams that have been playing back-to-back games.
All right, well, you've been here before. When you have a layoff of that length, you go to the chow wagon and maybe get some nourishment, or you kind of take it easy there, Dave?
Well, I would actually prefer to be coming up through the loser's bracket. I'd rather be on the field and playing and you know, be constantly on that field. I've never been in a position where Abby and Ruoc and Amy sit today where, you know, you're down for 3 or 4 games. You know, I know teams have won from both areas coming through the losers bracket, knocking the winner off twice, but I've also seen the team from the winners bracket step on the field, win their 1 game that they need to, and, you know, tournament's over. So it depends on the individuals and how they approach, you know, planning for the tournament and how their day goes. But again, in my own personal views of it, I'd rather constantly be on the field.
Well, that's going to be a fly ball in the foul area on the right side, but that's a 3rd out. So a scoreless second inning, but the lead continues to favor McCaig Dobson. And we move to the top of the 3rd inning now in a 3-0 game Hayes and Turner once again out in the field defensively.
And Jonas McKegg will be up once again. We'll have to see if he can possibly add to that 3-0 lead. You know, Andy seemed to get knocked around a little bit in the first inning, settled down the second inning. Maybe he's finally pitching to the point where he feels though he's in control of the game.
Now, young McKegg, what, 8-9 home runs so far in the tournament?
So I'll have our statisticians check that. What's the stats on Caleb or Jonas McKegg on the home runs?
7.
Yeah, Jonas has got 7 this afternoon.
All right, so Dobson steps up once again, ready to go to work. A long fly ball, gone. Wow. 4-0 contest as Dobson says, well, you make all that much about McKegg. Well, watch this.
Yeah, they're both about the same as far as destruction today on the pitching staffs of some of these teams. I know that we noted earlier that Jonas has 7 homers. I believe that Dobson's got 6 or 7 himself. Yeah, they both have 7 home runs, Bob. I mean, it's not like in some situations where you can pitch around one of the guys to get to the other guy that might not be, you know, swinging that bat this late in the tournament. But there's no option for Hayes here. He's got to pitch to one of these guys.
Tried to fist that out of play or over the fence, but it went over the fence for an out on the near side. That'll retire the side, but they pick up a run. And now going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it is a 4-0 lead for McKegg Dobson.
Well, we talked earlier in the previous games that McKegg and Dobson had played in, and you know, Mike McKegg's, you know, he seems like he's just laying the ball over there. He's going to let his defense do what they got to do to shag the balls in the outfield. But then again, I don't think Andy Hayes is done hitting. You know, it'd be nice if Bobby Turner could pick up some of the slack here and maybe give Hayes a hand on the offensive side of it. You know, obviously he's running down everything in the outfield, but right now they need to put together a string of hits to get back in this ball game.
Well, getting back in the yard is Bob Turner. He actually went out and sought after that lost ball, and will step up to the plate to lead things off at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Facing the venerable veteran, Mike McKegg.
Yeah, Mike's pitching's kept him in all these games today. I mean, it's not too difficult to do, though, when you have 2 younger guys in the outfield hitting 6 and 7 homers during the tournament. And I'm sure we haven't seen the last of the home runs from McKegg and Dobson.
Boy, what a carnival of activity it's been around here today. We had a horsewoman show up riding a wonderful looking horse. And
well, the tournament for the first time today, Bob took part in the annual Colonial Days parade. I know we stopped the tournament around 10:30. Everyone gathered over there in formation, and you know, we took an hour off and walked away with a first prize, a first for the wiffle ball tournament.
Best in show.
Proud.
Yeah, and I believe the theme was a takeoff on Forrest Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, that was true. Young Nathan Ruoc was dressed up as Ferris, and we all put plenty of time in after the tournament on Thursday and Friday to make sure we knew what steps we were going to be taking in the parade. So it paid off for us, and everyone involved had a good time.
Bobby Turner at the plate, the twosome of Turner and Hayes, trailing in this contest. We're in the bottom of the 4th, bottom of the 3rd. It is a 4-0 lead.
Well, it wasn't that far back that Bobby Turner led the tournament in homers. I mean, I think you'd love to be able to contribute right now. I think his homer count for today is down, but you know, at some point maybe he can break out of this and give Hayes a help in scoring some runs.
Well, they've got a couple more innings to try to find the measure there. We're in the essentially what I like to call the setup inning. And that's an out. So now it brings up Andy Hayes. And I've said that before.
Well, I think if Andy and Bob could score just a couple runs here to give Andy a little bit more confidence and, you know that they're able to score against McKegg, that would help out a lot. But Mike McKegg seems to be in control of his pitching right now. You know, there's nothing fancy about him. He don't come at you with any kind of a screwball or super sinker. It's pretty much, you know, rock and fire with him.
Not a lot of rotation on that ball once it leaves.
No, and again, I don't think he's walked too many batters today. You know, everything's been right around home plate. He's got the guy swinging the bat.
And he's got a long fly ball that's out of here. So we got a 4-1 contest now. And there is some life left in Andy Hayes and his group. We'll see if Bobby Turner can contribute to the tally so far here in the third inning.
Yeah, and I just got reported, too, that Andy Hayes now leads the tournament with 8 home runs. So he was previously tied with Dobson and McKegg, but now he's got 8. So, you know, if he can get that to maybe get Turner to fall on board, maybe they can climb back into the ball game. Oh, Bobby took one there.
And that's going to wrap it up here in favor of McKegg and coming.
4-2.
4-2.
They have 4-2. It's the top of 4. You are. Yep, top 4.
So we got Jonas McKegg leading it off here in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, I'm sure at this point they'd like to add a couple more runs just to try to build a little bit more of a lead for Mike McKegg. But on the other hand, Andy's hoping that he can shut them down so they can get their bats going. And there's a double ripped down the left field line. So the onslaughter of the McKegg-Dobson team continues.
All right, Dobson now ready. Looking to do some serious damage here. They currently lead by 2. And that's an out.
Well, Bobby Turner was able to stop that before it got to the wall, which would have resulted into a single if he hadn't gotten over there. But now we're down to Jonas McKegg up with only 1 man on.
And he's at second.
Well, Andy Hayes has fallen behind in the count now. It's 2-0. Finally gets a strike in there.
And in what other ballpark could you go and find fans strolling on the field in the midst of this? And that is gone. Woo! 2 runs so far.
Well, the home run lead was short-lived by Hayes. I see that Jonas McKegg has finally caught up with him, and they both have 8 now. To see if Dobson wants to take part of that home run title.
And it is a 6-2 contest, Dave.
Well, I'm feeling as though it's starting to get away from Hayes and Turner. Oh, Andy stopped that one. I think he got a hand on that, and if he hadn't, it probably would have dropped in there for a double. But for the last instance of that ball coming back, Andy stuck his hand up and deflected it from resulting in a double.
We're in the top of the 4th, 6-2 in favor of McKegg-Dobson. That's an out.
Well, so, another one tallied up for him. We go into the
bottom
bottom of the 4th now.
One of the special events every year here at Bobo Ruocco Memorial Field is the induction into the Hall of Fame, and we had 3 special guys this season who were inducted.
Mike McKegg was selected on the very first ballot. It takes 5 years to join the Hall of Fame, and Mike, in just his 5th season, earned his right to be into the Hall. Mike McKegg is also, that's why they call it wiffle ball in left field. They presented that to me when I retired a few years back. The scoreboard symbolizes the start of West High School, 1963, to the ending of West High School.
Major contributor to the game as player, investor, and builder. Began short but memorable playing career in 2008 as Rookie of the Year. Effective pitcher with harsh knuckle curve and 15 career wins. After just 5 years, elected to Hall on first ballot.
I said to Marie the other night, I said, you know, in your wildest dreams, could you ever imagine both of us being in the Hall of Fame? And she looked right at me and she said, Mike, I don't know, because you're never in my wildest dreams.
Mike Clark is joining the Hall of Fame, the most prestigious Hall of Fame in all of sports.
Like Sarah, I've known Mr. Clark since 5th grade. He was my 5th grade teacher. By far one of my most favorite teachers I've ever had. I could talk all day about the lessons he used to teach me. And the amount I didn't really listen because I wrote quite a few think papers, as he called them in my day, for punishment. But
no punishment.
But he was very good to me. He's very good to the students. He's very dedicated. He's not too bad of a wiffle ball player, and he has a lot of fun. And congratulations, there's no one better, more deserving to be the new high priest of our prestigious tournament. So it's my honor with Sarah and Lexi to help you into the Hall of Fame.
Mike Clark, 2003 Rookie of the Year with a solid career .250 batting average. Often stifled opposing batters with his toolbox of pitches and unhittable knuckleball, throwing 2 no-hitters and 100-plus strikeouts over 9 years.
Trish Ruoc stopped me in the hall one day at school and asked if I wanted to play in a wiffle ball tournament. So I thought to myself, I'm 42 years old, I just had a total hip replacement, and I haven't played wiffle ball since I was 12. I'm not so sure. But then she piled it on. She goes, there's no running. Well, that's good. You get a t-shirt. Who can't use another t-shirt? And there's adult beverages. I'm in. Finally, I would like to say I never thought anything like this would ever happen to me. Very honored and moved and truly touched. And I really do want world peace.
It's truly an honor and a privilege to introduce this next inductee. Even though life leads people on different paths, I can truly say I've been friends with this man my whole life.
Rick Price, early pioneer and inventor of the modern game in 1975. A legendary clutch player, he packed outstanding power and speed into his diminutive frame. Possessed uncanny ability to hit dingers and make stellar fielding plays when needed. While on track to become perhaps the greatest whiffler ever, he cut career short to serve our nation honorably in the U.S. Navy. Returned decades later as tournament benefactor, joined with family members to establish the James Price Memorial Wiffle Ball Scholarship. Elected to the Hall of Fame in 2012.
I have a little bit of a different version of our first game where we took on Mr. Chris and Mr. Kevin here. Apparently they won. I saw it different. We made a bet. Mr. Bo Ruoc, Chrissy came into him and said, Dad, Pete made a bet and he's not going to pay him. He says, Peter?
I said, Dad, what?
But Peter,
No,
did
you don't
bet
understand. Yes.
Peter, pay your bet.
Okay.
Garrett, come give these guys their pay.
How many years away?
All right, it's getting interesting here. The pressure that continues to increase, I would think, to deliver. You've got a setup inning right now. And do you think it's gnawing in the back of their noggin that, and I'm talking about Hayes and Turner, that this is it, you got to get it done?
Yeah, 2 innings possibly left in the 2013 season for Hayes and Turner. 6-2's not a big league, they're able to possibly dig out of it, but we got to see something out of Bobby Turner's bat.
Well, we're late in the last day of tournament 2013. The 11th hour is approaching. Here's the pitch. Strike called.
Again, Mike McKegg don't want to walk anybody in here, and all day long he's just been tossing it in there, letting the guys put the ball in play and letting the guys behind him record the outs. So
That's got to be a good confidence builder. You know, think about, as you said, throw it and let your defense take care of things behind you.
yeah, we had one guy earlier today, Bob. He threw a no-hitter, but he walked 9 guys. So that's a rarity.
That's a walk for Andy Hayes.
Well, it might not have been a bad idea, as we know that Turner hasn't been able to get his bat going. So if Mike can pitch around Andy and concentrate on pitching to Turner, maybe that's what he's got in the back of his mind. And again, Turner unable to get the ball even over the foul line.
Okay, 1 man on in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hayes Turner trailing by a score of 6-2.
And if we don't see much change here, we're going to see McKegg and Dobson take on Abby, Ruoc, and Amy. And what will be the first championship game appearance for the team of Dobson and McKegg.
The pitch. And Andy Hayes is retired for out number 2.
Turner and Hayes did win the tournament back in 2009 and 2010. Abby and Ruoc took the title in 2007, so both of them are familiar with the finals, but that'll be new territory for Dobson and McKegg.
All right, Bobby Turner digging in now. Great stance, looks, that's it. So they failed to connect. And we're looking at a 6-2 contest as we move to the 5th inning. So maybe one more licks for the team of Turner and Hayes, but
Trish right there.
And it looks like Turner doesn't have any hits this game. Any offense at all from Turner and Hayes is coming from Andy Hayes.
All right, Devin Dobson ready once more. And the pitch. Long fly ball, could it? Off the scoreboard, drops in for what, a double?
Just again out of the reach of Bobby Turner. But then again, it was just a matter of inches clearing that scoreboard to add for another home run for Devin Dobson.
And we have 1 out in the top of the 5th inning.
There comes the hot-hitting Devin Dobson again.
And that's an out.
Comes up short of the double line. Fred Collins on top of that call. But he's heard it from the crowd.
And he gets up for a continuation of the boos. And he made a point to his hat that said umpire. There's a double.
That'll drive in another run. Now we're looking at a 7-2 game, and that's out number 3.
All right, well, here we go.
It'll be the last chance for Turner and Hayes. They're going to need to put 5 runs on this board if they want to continue the game. Otherwise, it's lights out for 2013.
You're up.
So our biggest cheerleader, Chris Ruoc, out there trying to rally the troops and get some help for Turner and Hayes. Andy Hayes will lead it off in the bottom of the 5th. Fly ball, right side.
That'll be out number 1, Bob. So now that'll take them down to 2 outs to go.
Fans quieted down immediately. And there's out number 2.
Yeah, we're down to the possible final at bat for Hayes and Turner.
So Hayes and
Turner's gone the entire game without a hit. It's been all Andy Hayes for the 2 runs that they've put together to score.
Wow, I think McCaig and company have found some fans here. That's inside, 1-1.
Fired up, boys. Come on, get fired up.
And the pitch. And that could be it right there. It is.
Stops and puts it away.
And the final is 7-2. Hayes and Turner take an exit. We move to the championship game coming up, perhaps.
And there'll be some new faces in that championship, Bob. That'll be the young McKegg, Dobson, behind the strong pitching of Mike McKegg against the veterans of what seems to be the championship game where they seem to find themselves every year. It'll be Abby Ruoc and the newcomer, Amy.
Well, fans, don't stray too far as Big Fox TV's coverage of Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament here at the Ruoc Homestead continues.
Yeah, the McKeggs used to walk by and they weren't quite sure what was going on as Marie McKegg penned us the Rowdy Red Ranch. They used to kind of skip over to the other side of the street to kind of stay away from it, but now they're part of the family as we coached each other's children, and now they're a big part of why we're here, for family, friends, community, love, and to help people in need. That's what we do here.
Fans, Big Fox TV bringing you coverage of the 30th annual Ruoc's Colonial Days Wiffle Ball Tournament. Bob Michaels, Dave Jenks, and we're looking at McCaig and company as the home squad. And the first one slugged.
Abby right away jumps on the first pitch off Mike McKegg and drives a double in the left field corner, so they start the game off with a double.
And here's Mike Ruoc. And caught. What a grab by Jonas McCaig. Tried to diffuse that situation. Runner on board at second base, and here's Amy.
Yeah, Amy, the rookie on the Abby Ruoc team, just brought on this year. Abby and Ruoc in the past have gone with a 2-player team, but this year they've added the third outfielder, and I think that's an advantage for them. But I think this McKegg-Dobson team's just, too hot right now to be shut down.
Well, you mentioned earlier in our lead up to this game of how you just want to keep playing. You don't want to have that extra time, as I think Abby and company had about an hour of just watching and playing spectator.
Yeah, so we'll see if it's an advantage or a disadvantage for them as Amy goes down on strikes.
See if the momentum factor will indeed carry.
2 out with a runner on second. Abby'd like to go into the bottom of the first inning with an early lead on McKegg and Dobson.
Yeah, that next pitch is low and inside. So Ron Abbey at the plate now. And that's an out. So they come down to their second out here in the top of the first inning. And brings to the plate Mike Ruoc. Well, that's going to do it. So they strand 2. And after a half inning of play, it is the team of Abby, Amy, and Ruoc nothing. And the McCaig-Dobson combination coming to the plate.
Well, it's been about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes since Mike Ruoc threw his last game. We'll have to see if that's had any effect on him.
Well, he's going to step up and serve up that first pitch to Jonas McCaig. And he's a bystander, watches it sail by, innocently enough. And we get a called strike. Thanks to Tom and Diane Pieri at Pieri's Central Restaurant for our coverage here on Big Fox TV of this 30th annual event. Next pitch drifting outside.
Well, I noticed Ruoc's going at a little different strategy than what Andy Hayes did. Seems like Mike's going to try to nibble at some of the pitches on the corner instead of coming right down the middle. Oh, and he got the call there.
Wow. Well, if you watch his motion here, as you said, a little bit slow, a little bit deliberate. Reminds me a little bit of Hideo Nomo.
Yeah.
With that patented leg lift, delay, and release. There's an out. 2 down.
It's also very rare, Mike, or Bob, that when we get into these championship games that we have a really high-scoring game. The guys have been on the field since 8 o'clock this morning, so, we should expect something in the 4 to 5 run range from either team. If we get above that, I'd be surprised.
All right, so after one complete inning of play in what could be the championship game, and I condition that by saying that if the team at the plate in the orange should happen to win this game, they win it outright. Should they fall, we'll play one more game to decide the overall winner.
Yes, Abby, Ruoc, and Amy have gone the entire tournament to this point, not losing a game. So if they can put away the McKeag-Dobson team here, that not only would be the champions, but also have gone the entire tournament without losing a game.
Well, they get an excellent looking trophy that has names that, as I look at this side of the trophy, dating back to 1989, I see 1984. What do you see on that side? 99. So
yeah, 84 would have been the first year, and then obviously we've carried it down. We're up to date from 2012.
All right, we've got Ruoc and Durkin in 84. That's a fly ball, gone!
Ron Abbey gets
Ron Abbey going yard.
And Amy team on the board first.
The pitch.
So there's still some life in Abby's bat. Thought possibly that the layoff may have affected the bats of the Abby, Ruoc, and Amy team, but they come out and jump on the score first.
And Mike Ruoc drops it in there for a double.
Let's see if Sean Amy can keep the bats going.
Yeah, oh, indeed he does. That is long gone for Amy, and they've stepped up here in the second inning.
Well, all of a sudden, Mike McKeag finds himself down 3-0.
All right, let's see if Dave, it goes against the grain. Maybe it is a good thing to have that long layoff. Well, you wonder if maybe they were just kind of laying back and playing it low, but here we go. Well, that's an out. That'll do it, but they come up with 3 runs here in the second inning. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 2. Ron Abbey, Mike Ruoc, Sean Amy leading 3-0 as McKeag and company come to the plate.
That's why they call it. And then the crowd responds with a resounding wiffle ball, and that's what makes it fun. That's something you won't see in a real competitive game. Not that this isn't, but I mean where people may get angry or mad that they're being picked on. So the umpires get in on the ribbon too. You don't see that in other sports.
Tell me what kind of a transition it's been for you, mister, as far as taking over the overall duties of running the event.
It's been really hectic, and if it weren't for the float committee we had this year and our grounds crew and the WAP committee, it'd be impossible. There's so much goes into this. Luckily, I have a lot of people who have my back, and we have a huge wiffle ball community that sticks together and does this all together. So it's been a huge load to carry, but we all help each other out and we get through it together. So it's amazing.
Well, let's see if McKeag and Dobson can bounce back from that 3 runs that were put on them here in the top of the second inning.
Devin Dobson letting that one go. Interesting styling some of these teams that come out here, like the McKeag-Dobson group. On the front of their jersey top, it says 30 years. 30 years ago, actually.
And I believe, if I'm correct, Bob, that 30 years ago, both those boys weren't even born. Mike McKegg was a 26-year-old man.
I think I was about 3. Yeah, and if you believe that.
No, it's fun to watch a lot of these kids, again, that start out such small children that come into the backyard and, you know, grow into these athletes that we call them here in the backyard of the Ruoc Memorial Field. You know, I'm looking across the field now, Bob, and there's probably a couple future wiffle ball stars standing out over in today's attendance.
Certainly. The pitch. And that caught. Oh, Sean Amy. Great field placement as he captures it on the ricochet off the scoreboard. And they keep the shutout at this point intact, Dave Jenks.
Yeah, it was a sharp hit, but it just happened to catch the Sitco sign, and Sean Amy played it perfectly off that sign.
Ron Abbey with a diving attempt. That's a double.
Well, the last two balls batted off Mike Ruoc were hit hard. Maybe Dobson and McKegg are starting to put something together here.
Well, there's your third out. So a 3-0 lead, and the damage done in the top of the second.
3-0.
And we'll move now to the third inning with Ruoc, Amy, and Abbey all leading by a score of 3-0 over McKegg Dobson.
Yeah, Sean.
Let's see if Sean Amy can kick the bats going for the Abbey, Ruoc, and Abbey team.
Top.
Abbey going yard. Make that Amy going yard. And it is 4-0. Is that what you call muscling a ball?
At this age, yes.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about the short layoff that Abbey, Ruoc, and Amy had, but we also got to take into consideration this is Mike McKegg's third game in a row he's pitched.
And off the board. And Jonas McKegg cannot make the grab. So, man on second. 1 run in already. Ruoc watches this one drift by and opts not to take it.
I'm anxious to see how Dobson and McKegg respond to this. You know, the last couple games they've kind of put away their opponent early and have kind of cruised to victories. Now being down 3-0, I'm wondering if maybe possibly that they're starting to lose confidence and can't compete with the reigning champs.
Well, that is the third run of this inning to make it a 6-0 game.
Well, if you look at Mike McKegg, he don't look shaken. He's just getting right back in there and rocking and throwing as he gets Abbey to ground out.
I'm not sure what Ron was saying, but he mouthed something to McKegg.
There's another double for Ruoc. So the hits keep piling up for the Ruoc, Abbey, Amy team.
Sean Amy back at the plate now. Those home runs have been flying out of here, Dave Jenks.
Well, and Amy, being the rookie, walking into a pretty good situation with Abbey and Ruoc to climb on board with a couple past champions. So it's a good situation for Amy, and he's also contributing, which is an addition.
Fly ball and caught.
Jonas McKegg had him played perfectly down in left field, so that'll end of the second inning.
Devin. Devin. Bottom 3. What's score? 6-0.
So there you have it. There was a 2 successive innings of 3-run ball for the team of Ruoc, Abby, and Amy. They lead 6-0, and we move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And who steps up but Devin Durkin.
We're on the bottom of the 3rd. Well, Mike's got a little room to play with now that he's got a 6-run lead, but as we seen earlier, he just don't want to lay something in there for Dobson and McKeag to hit, you know, but he don't want to walk anybody either.
Good close-up look at the batting style of Devin Dobson. And he lifts a high fly ball off the tree and dropped. And that is an out.
Fortunately for Mike Ruoc, he was in front of the double line, so, but
yeah.
We've seen in the past where guys on that second, on the side of the double line have come across and fumbled that ball, and results being a double.
All right, we have 2 down now in the bottom of the 3rd. And again to the plate, Devin Dobson. Well, we were talking about the ebb and flow of the crowd, but again, having swelled. And one of the interesting sidelights is Dave and I sit here along the 3rd base side, directly across from us, along with those pop-up canopies and all of that. You've got a living room couch. That's a high fly ball. Amy's there, and Sean Amy makes a racing grab to retire the side and keep the score intact. So there are 3 innings of play in the book in what could be the championship, and it is a 6-0 lead for the team of Ron Abbey.
I'm surprised right now that McKeag and Dobson have been unable to put any runs on the board, but we still got 2 innings to go. But Mike McKeag needs to shut him down here. He's already got his team down 6-0. Anything more, it's going to be really difficult for McKeag and Dobson to dig themselves back into this game.
6-0.
There's a double.
And the hitting continues by Abby, Ruoc, and Amy.
Fans, you probably have tuned in. We would hope by now you've been with us for a while, and you've learned some of the mechanics, the ground rules, if you will, of this game called Wiffle Ball. In its 30th year here in Painted Post, situated in the backyard of Chris and Trish Ruoc. It's been an ongoing affair. Mike McKeag told me earlier in the tournament that he walked by here about 9 years ago and wondered what all the commotion was all about. He thought it was just a rowdy family having a rowdy picnic. Well, it's been going on for 30 years, and the gentleman to my left, Dave Jenks, has been an integral part of that as a player in the last 3-4 seasons with me as a color commentator. And if you should happen to see him on the golf links, I don't know if you're a golfer, but please don't confuse him for Bill Murray.
Which I was Wednesday at the Indian Hills Golf Club.
All right.
The whole community is welcome to come back here because that's what we're about. We're about friends and community, because it takes a village, and this village of Painted Post is something else. As you penned us Wiffle Ball City USA, Bob, everybody's welcome. Love them all. It's amazing. Thank you. That's great.
Well, while this might be the 30th year of the Wiffle Ball tournament, this is the first year that the committee put together a float in the Painted Post Colonial Day Parade.
I have been involved with Wiffle Ball my whole life. Been here probably every year. I first started as Kate's Catering. I was the first caterer of the tournament. And I also sang National Anthem one year. Well, I think this year we really put it well together with the float that was in the Colonial Days Parade. And we took Best in Show. So that was a big win for us. We all did a lot of hard work. So it was a big win for us, a lot of months in the making. There was a big team around me. It wasn't just myself. So we were very proud of ourselves and everybody who participated in the parade. We had all the players, all the children out there. So everyone worked really hard, and it was a big win.
That scene might have looked a little familiar from the movie Ferris Bueller. You just saw Nate Ferris Bueller Ruoc on the parade's float. Best in show here for the wiffle ball tournament.
Well, Mike McKegg was able to have him put up a goose egg that inning, so maybe he stopped the attack of Abby Ruoc and Amy, and hopefully the Jonas McKegg and Devin Dobson can get the bats going.
Bottom four. We got. Are those your fans?
Oh yeah, I have a large following wherever I go, Bob.
Bill? Do we call you Bill?
You can call me Bill.
Yeah, this year something happened that Dave Jenks was not able to find the lucky sport jacket with the improvised emblem attached to the pocket. Caught by Amy here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, I'm just starting to wonder if maybe McKegg and Dobson are starting to tire. Again, they've played 3 straight games where Abby Ruoc and Amy have probably had an hour to hour and 15 minutes off.
You think they might be now sensing that they really have to press, and it looked like Dobson at that point was really pressing on that ball.
Yeah, it looked like he's hit something off the end of the bat, where earlier in the game he was jumping on, you know, everybody's pitches and driving them out of the park, it seemed like. But
there's a double as Jonas McKegg comes through. Well, we know that we will not have a three-peat, and we know that we won't have a repeat as far as champions are concerned. And we have to go back to 2007, the last time that Ron Abbey and Mike Rarick were crowned champions of this tournament. Are they that close to possibly winning this year in 2013?
Well, it seems to be that it's working well for them right now. I mean, I'm surprised that Dobson and McKegg haven't even put any runs up. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning now with only one more inning to play after this.
And that is going to drop. A double?
Oh, a double drops in.
Yes.
And once again, Freddie Collins hearing it from the fans here.
Well, one side of the fan base says yes, they're applauding. On our side here on the third base side, a cheer of boos go up, or a chorus of boos.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if Freddie Collins had to be escorted out of here with security after today's game.
And there's is that a third out? Yes, it is. So we move to the fifth inning, and this well could be it, fans. Here in the top of the fifth, the home team is actually the blue team, so they'll have at least one more bat.
Top 5. Yep.
Well, the lights are on here at the park. Mike McKegg continues to wear the sunglasses. Is there a balk in this game?
No, we haven't issued that
okay.
yet.
Oh! Ron Abbey showing some acrobatic ability out there. Leaping for that one, missing it.
I'm thinking he must have downed a 5-hour energy prior to the game.
Better replace that divot. I think he chipped up the dirt with his face. Digging in now. Sean Amy. Oh! And that's why they call it wiffle ball. Even the home run hitters have a few whiffs.
Oh, there's not much difference between the wiffle ball hitter and the major league hitter.
And that's a foul tip, and we're going to go to what could be the deciding inning.
Devin, you're up first.
The deciding at bat. Dobson and McCaig need 6 to tie. 7 to win this game and force an extra contest. All right, Dobson lifting it. Dave, that was yours.
It's just out of reach. Well, that cuts it down to two outs left. Jonas McKeag will try to get something going here.
And a high fly ball. Amy with a grab. We're down to one final out. Ron Abbey pointing to Sean Amy. You demand. All right. I asked you about pressure earlier in this game. How about this young man right here, Devin Dobson?
Well, the look on his face hasn't changed, but I don't know what he's feeling inside. Obviously, the Dobson and McKeag team have never been put in this position. But I wouldn't be surprised if next year it makes them a better team going into the 2014 tournament with this experience.
And there it is, and this will be, that's it. That's your game. Your champions, ladies and gentlemen, the trio of Mike Rarick, Sean Amy, and Ron Abbey. And the team that finishes as a finalist in this contest, what a run they had, Dave Jenks. Can't say enough for the pitching of Mike McCaig, but the hitting as well as the fielding of Jonas McCaig and Devin Dobson, outstanding.
Yeah, and they just ran into a real tough pitcher. I think Mike Rarick has shown in the past that, you know, if you got one game to win, Mike Rarick's the guy you want out there. I mean, we were looking at Dobson and McKeag putting up 5, 6, 7 runs in the previous 3 games, and, you know, they come up with a goose egg here against Rarick.
Well, they will celebrate and have post-game ceremonies, but history made here. First time ever since 2007 when Ron Abbey and Mike Rarick as a twosome, as a duo, won the tournament. And now here they are celebrating 6 years later as champions in 2013.
Yeah, and it's actually the first time, Bob, that we've had a team with 3 members win the tournament. You know, we installed that 4 years ago where you could have a 3-man team, and this is actually the first 3-man team that has won the tournament.
Well, we want to thank all of you for joining us here on Big Fox TV. Our sponsors have been Peaches and Cream, Beartown Road, and Painted Post by Boyer Electric on East 5th Street, Elmira, by News Talk WENY AM, home of Frankly Speaking, Beartown Beverage, Pierre's Central Restaurant, Crystal Lanes, one of America's finest bowling centers since 1958. And to you, Dave Jenks, once again, always a pleasure to work with you. We'll look forward to the next time around.
Okay, Bob. Again, we had a great tournament this year for the 30th annual, and everybody enjoyed it, and it was for a good cause. And again, congratulations go out to Mike Rarick, Sean Amy, and Ronnie Abbey.
And the final score, 6-0 over McCaig Dobson. Until next time, I'm Bob Michaels. So long, everybody.